And the finals are now tied at 2 games apiece as the Warriors win Game 4 in Boston. Steph Curry had 43. He grabbed 10 rebounds, and he became just the 18th player with a 40-10 finals performance. 107-97, the final score as the Warriors win it by 10. Welcome back into the TD Garden. I'm Kristen Ledlow, surrounded by our championship table of analysts: Brennan Haywood, Kenny the Jet Smith, Isaiah Thomas, Steph Curry.
Someone told me before the game that there would have to be a 35-plus game.
Was that me?
By a no, it wasn't
me. It wasn't me.
By a superstar player. But let me even go further back. Game where you twist your ankle the game before, and you come back and you get 43, and he gets 43. It's the exact replica. Oh, my gosh. No, unbelievable performance. His ability to, make shots, we all understand. But then, again, I just thought he created a pace where Jordan Poole got comfortable early. He contributed well. Clay was able to contribute. And so now everybody played at the pace that they were accustomed to. We're still waiting for Draymond to come into the party and really be a bigger impact. But he still was aggressive on the passing end. He had 8 assists, and so he was still penetrating to pitch. He had a couple of good offensive rebounds. But, we're still waiting for him to come to the party and have a Draymond Green-like game, but it was closer to that tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I looked at it and I said, in these type of games, in these type of moments, right, this is where that ultimate performance has to come out from your superstar. And I thought that Clay or Steph, one of them had to have a 40-point night. And Steph put on a performance tonight, a shooting performance, everything that he let go. The ball had perfect rotation, perfect spin, perfect form, and he was in not only one of those zones, but he was also in desperation mode, right? He was playing desperate. The Warriors were playing desperate. They were diving on the floor, fighting for loose balls, getting rebounds, and every shot that he took, it seemed like he knew that it was kind of going to be his last attempt. And that type of concentration that he brought to the game tonight and this type of shooting performance is what we've seen out of the superstars. The LeBron James, had a big moment here in the Garden. Hey, Giannis had this big moment in the Garden. Jimmy Butler had this big moment in the Garden. Your superstar player, when they need to show up and not just have a 25-point game, these are moments where you need that 40-point game. And Steph Curry delivered tonight.
And he's now tied the great Kobe Bryant with the most 30-point games in finals history since 1977.
Well, this was that big-time finals moment that the people were wanting to see from Steph Curry. We all up here said that Steph Curry had nothing to prove. But to hush up the naysayers, the doubters, the people that aren't really paying attention to the game, Steph hasn't had that big finals moment. This was that big finals moment.
Yeah.
They couldn't afford to go down 3-1. He's playing at less than 100%. He's clearly still a little bit hurt. He went out there, gave it everything on 1 day's rest, already hurt the ankle or the foot, whatever it is, came back, has the big-time game, leads this team, and then in the fourth quarter has big-time shot after big-time shot. This is everything that people that criticize Steph Curry have to be a little bit quiet about tonight, because he hushed up a lot of doubters. A lot of people, a lot of talking heads that talk that smack, and I do not like it when they disrespect Steph Curry and what he's been in the finals. He shut a lot of people up today because this was an iconic type of performance.
It's funny you say that, because, Zeke, you said to me earlier today that even 50% of Steph Curry would be better than 100% of about anybody else.
It's Steph Curry, because not only what he does shooting the basketball, but again, how much attention that he draws, and then his confidence that he brings to the floor allows other players to be confident. Like we saw Poole tonight. He got his confidence back. He made some big shots. He had some big moments. But, what the swag, the confidence that Curry brought to the arena tonight, it really quieted everybody down, and it made the fans. This is when you playing good. When the fans when you touch the basketball like Klay touched it a couple of times and like Steph touched it a couple of times, and the fans in the opposing building go, oh,
yeah.
Oh, not him, not him.
You've played alongside Steph for a few performances like that one. What do you think when you witness it? Because we've all witnessed you do the same thing.
I don't know if I got it off the bounce like Steph, but we can get hot. But just what a gut check win, and just it's an honor to play with such a great point guard. And without him, we would not be where we're at, obviously. And huge win, but we came to do and even out the series, and we still got to go home and protect home court.
Oh, and he's Klay Thompson, everybody.
Game 6, Klay.
Perennial champion. Yeah, right. And all-star. You know who he is. I failed to make the introduction.
You know, Klay, you talk about, you moving on and did what you're supposed to do. But there are times in the game where you're not performing in terms of saying they might be too bigger here. They're not. What has been the effort to change that? Because it was about a 5-minute stretch in there that it was Warrior basketball. What changed that?
I think we got Steph. Obviously, he was getting downhill, and this team's so tough at the rim. You got to drive and kick, and we got so much great outside shooting that if we just keep things simple and hit the open man, somebody's going to get a good look. And sometimes, we all want to score the ball so badly. We all think we can make any shot that we could be our own worst enemy.
No, it's not we. It's you, too. It ain't a lot of us think we can all score the basketball. It's you. It's you, brother.
I'm still upset, though. I missed that 3 on the left wing from Wiggs. That happens, but just a gutsy win, man.
Definitely.
Klay, you've had the fortune. You had the fortune of playing in a lot of big games and a lot of big moments.
So have you guys.
Yes, and so I'm going to remind you of like the OKC big moment where you guys came back and won a game in OKC. And then the LeBron James series where LeBron James played out of his mind to come back from a 3-1 and win. Tonight, here in the Garden, Steph Curry on your team put on one of those unbelievable performances where you watching him do stuff that you know he can do, but lifting up the team, carrying them in the Garden. How did that feel, and what type of confidence did that give the rest of the team watching him play and perform like this tonight?
Especially if the other guys, including myself, don't have it going. Steph has carried us through so many lows, so come Game 5, we're going to have to help him out, because to ask him to score 43 nightly is just, that's ridiculous. But it's just special to watch what he does. I mean, he does it so often, you kind of take for granted. But, man, I'm mesmerized, just like the rest of the crowd was. The shots he makes off the ball screen is insane. 30, 35 feet away, and just, it looks effortless. And
as Ernie would say, Steph-effortless.
Steph-effortless. That's funny.
Klay, walk us through your mindset, though. These last 2 games have been more of the Klay Thompson that we've used to seeing in the NBA Finals. The first 2, obviously, weren't your best. But what the process is that you never waver in your shot confidence. Like, some guys, when they start missing shots, they start thinking, do I want to take the next one? No matter what, you're like, listen, I'm going to get it going. Like, where's that confidence come from?
Just so many years